Buongiorno traders, how are you? Welcome back to Simply Forex. It is time for the live stream. As you know, guys, the live stream is your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like about trading, guys. All right, so yeah, feel free to pick my brain. Yeah, and you can ask me anything to do with trading, guys. Yeah, it could be, a currency pair you're in, or you're looking to get in. It could be, psychology, money management, strategy, candlesticks, support and resistance, targets, stop losses. There's so many things we can talk about in trading, which is why I love the subject. I'm also going to show you a trade that I am in, guys, yeah, which is this one here, this pound New Zealand dollar trade. Okay, I'm currently in this. So we'll explain why I got into this and where. And then, yeah, like I say, guys, we'll answer as many questions as you like. I do really like euro yen buys at the moment, but, we've got euro news, big euro news coming out in an hour. So, yeah, and we'll look at that as well. All right. So, and we're looking at US dollar, Canadian dollar, but we've got the big Fed decision later on, the interest rate. So, news has, it can be quite prohibiting sometimes when there's lots of news coming out. You're a bit wary of entering the trade, which you should be. News can go in any direction you like. Right. Let's see who is in the house. Let's bring up the live chat. Okay, Michael, how are you, Michael? Thank you for liking my tutorial earlier on the VIP Discord. I appreciate it. Travis, how are you, Travis? The coolest name, Travis Hawkins. CJ, how are you, mate? Afternoon, Tom. What was it for lunch today? I'm glad you asked, CJ, because everyone's really interested what I had for lunch. And I had like prawns and noodles and peppers is what I had today. Very nice it was. Greg, g'day, Greg. How are you, mate? Back on terra firma now, back on solid ground. G'day, mate. That's my Australian impression. Brett, afternoon, mate. How are you? So, guys, yeah, let's take a look at this trade. I'm in this trade, pound New Zealand dollar. All right. And, we like this trade because we're in a downtrend. Price has come up. Yeah. And then it's broken down. This is the day chart. This is weekly resistance. This means there are strong sellers in here. Hence, we ended up getting a break of daily structure. Yeah. That's how strong they were. All right. And now you can see we're getting lower lows, lower highs. All right. Downtrend. So we're in a downtrend. We've still got a bit of room to move into, all right? Because, the next piece of support really are these last highs here. You can see they've reacted through here as well. And the moving average 20, I'm always conscious of that, guys, but we've still got room to move into there as well. All right, so we've got a bit of room to move into. If we drop to the H4, I have pretty much entered on the back of this very bearish H4 candle, and then I got a retrace. Okay, so I've entered because of this H4 candle here, guys. And price is, we don't want to see this, but price is pushing up currently. If we drop down to the H1, also why I like this was this, guys. Yeah, there was a bit of a channel here. Yeah, the H1 was respecting, and then it broke. Okay, this candle broke out of this trend line. Okay, so I also like that. So there was a few reasons I like this trade, and then it retraced to these last lows here. Yeah, what was once support. Yeah, so it retraced here, and I've entered here for a sell. Okay, my stop is at 20761. But as you know, guys, I use a hedge, not a stop loss, all right? But my hedge is in here. So we shall see. We shall see how this goes. We want to start seeing sellers in here. At least, if the price does come back up to this last high, we're looking for big bearish candles. Okay, and price to come lower. All right, so that's the trade I'm in. Pound New Zealand dollar. There was lots of reasons for me to enter the trade, and that is your job as a trader. You need to find reasons to enter a trade. You can still be wrong, obviously, but if you have enough reasons to enter a trade, you are increasing the probability of success. And again, that is your job. Yeah, every bit of data, every information you pull on should all help in increasing probability. Yeah, so as I pointed out here, there are lots of things that I liked here. Yeah, I'm not liking, these bullish candles, but, let's see how this H4 candle finishes. You can see the H4 now. If we see a bit of a wick on this candle, maybe it finishes like this, who knows? Then, we still like the look of this trade. So that's what I'm in, guys. Pound, New Zealand dollar. I also like euro yen, but like I say, price has literally, sorry, not price, but news is literally coming out in an hour. And where did I really like euro yen? If we go down to the day chart, when this candle broke this level, yeah, you can see this has become a level through here. Okay, and it can also become a good area of support now. But as soon as we broke this level with this candle, I was interested. But we want to, with a view to taking it higher. But news is coming out, so I sit on my hands with this pair. So there you go, guys. Those are my trades. That's what we're in currently. Okay, let's see who else we got in. Kelly, Effie. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Hi, how are you? Skelt, word up, VIP crew. Colin, how are you, mate? Yeah. And guys, if I could just ask everyone, perhaps you're new to the channel. Yeah, if you could subscribe to the channel right now, if you enjoy my analysis, and also smash that like button, guys. And important to mention right now as well is we are giving 50% off our VIP Discord channel, and today is the last day. All right, so guys, 50% off VIP Discord. Today is the last day, guys. Check it out. And also, guys, please get all of your questions over to me, guys. Yeah, ask me anything you like about any of the trades. So yeah, don't be shy. Get your questions to me. Normally I have a few questions by now, but I've got none. Yeah, what's going on, guys? What else was we looking at today? So, and also, guys, it's going to be 30 minutes to stream today. All right, because me and the editor have a date with Destiny. She's a lovely girl. Right, US dollar, Canadian dollar was another trade I was looking at. But, again, you just in the back of your mind, we have the Fed interest rate decision coming out later. And this could do this, or it could do this, or it could do nothing. Yeah, that's the news for you. All right, so, yeah, just... we're just waiting for this to, for the news, really, guys. Like I said, I do like this level here. We get a reaction here. But again, I'm not going to enter this before the news. So, yeah, we need to wait for the news, guys. What else was he looking at today? What else? Yeah, so what else was we looking at, guys? So, indices. Yeah. We were looking at the indices because there are all-time highs, yeah? And look how the NASDAQ is shooting down, all right? And this is the H4 chart, but that is quite a drop-off, yeah, from those highs. And we've even broken H4 structure. So are we starting to look at potentially a retrace for some of the indices? We shall see. I mean, if we look at the day chart, yeah, potentially, yeah, it's looking pretty bearish. Yeah, we're quite overbought up here. Price is breaking down. So here could be a good target back down to the moving average 20. But this isn't, the indices have become not uncorrelated, but normally the correlation between all the indices is pretty close. The S&P goes up, the NASDAQ goes up, the Nikkei goes up, the FTSE 100 goes up, but we've had some real, breaks of correlation recently. You know, so you've only got to look at the FTSE. If you know, this is the day chart on the Nasdaq, and that is just, you know, crazy buying pressure, yeah. And then if you look at the FTSE, you know, that was very bearish, yeah. So some of these, you know, some of these indices are not following correlation. Also, let's take a look at the Nikkei. You know, that is following the Nasdaq. Let's have a look at the DAX. Yeah, so most indices are at all-time highs. Yeah, I think the Nikkei was at a 35-year high or something silly. Yeah, just look at the Nikkei. Yeah, before here there were dinosaurs, but yeah, before 2021, look, we are at absolute highs. Okay, so yeah, we was keeping an eye on those guys as well. What else? Yeah, guys, please get your questions over to me. Yeah, is there any currency pairs you would like me to look at? Maybe you want to talk about money management. Maybe you want to talk about the charts. Maybe you want to talk about support and resistance. Please ask as many questions as you like, guys. And that's pretty much it, guys, with regards to what we're looking at. Okay, so Brett wants to have a look at gold and silver. I'm glad somebody wants to look at something. Yeah, your questions are my fuel, guys, because all I do every day is look at a handful of trades. You know that I look at 28 currency pairs, yeah, but what I do is narrow those currency pairs down, usually to 1, 2, 3, or 4 trades. So really, I'm only looking at 3 trades today, all right, and I'm in one of them. So yeah, good. Brett, let's have a look at gold. So gold is a real weekly, daily trade-off. Yeah, so if we look at the weekly chart on gold, right, this is clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, we're getting higher lows. We're not getting higher highs. Okay, so you could argue this is an ascending triangle. Okay, but we're in an uptrend on the weekly chart. If we go to the day chart, we are in a downtrend, and these last highs here held. Yeah, look at that wick. Yeah, it held, and it also bounced off this trend line. So let's take a look at this trend line. So if we look through here, yeah, you know, price is respecting that trend line and bouncing off it, and we're in a downtrend. Yeah, so we got, you know, lower lows, yeah, lower highs, but yeah, and these highs have held, but are we starting to see higher lows? And to be quite frank with you right now, guys, is, you know, I don't like the euro news coming out because I want to trade the euro yen, and I would have got into that trade. However, I do want the Fed interest rate decision to come out, because, yeah, and we was talking about this in the VIP Discord, guys. If you look at pound US or any US dollar pair, right? We'll pick any US dollar pair. Okay, we'll go through a few of them. Aussie dollar, US dollar. That is untradeable. Yeah, we just don't know who's in control. Yeah, we need a break one way or the other. Okay, total indecision. Yeah, let's go to the next one. Euro, US dollar. You know, this is slipping down. CJ put this beautifully. It's coming down like a melting ice cream. CJ, I'm using that phrase if you don't mind. But you know, but again, it's not tradable. Look at all of these top wicks. Look at all of these bottom wicks. It's just total indecision here, not tradable. Yeah, let's go to pound US dollar. This is the, you know, the Mac Daddy of them all. This is just crazy, disgusting price action. Look at that. Look at that. Just, yeah, selling wicks, buying wicks. But just look at that absolute mess of a chart. All right. And that is the problem with US dollar pairs at the moment. Yeah, honestly, choose any of them. New Zealand US dollar. Okay, a little bit less messy, but really, price has not gone anywhere from here to here. Yeah, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 days. Yeah, it hasn't done much at all. So we need the Fed. Yeah, we need the Fed to come out and, potentially we're going to see a move, this way, or we're going to see a move this way. And then once we get that direction, we can trade it. Yeah, I cannot trade indecision. Yeah, no one can. You might as well flip a coin. If I was to trade pound US dollar today, right? Yeah, looking at that day chart, I would flip a coin and say, oh, right, heads is sells. Yeah, this could quite easily come down and touch these lows. Yeah, it could quite easily ping up and touch these highs. Yeah, 50-50. So I do not want that. I want clear, obvious direction. And I want everyone else to see the same direction. If we're all seeing the same thing, chances are the market will move in that direction because you and all of us combined make up the market. I know you get the big boys come in and, stop hunt at support and resistance levels and, things like that. Of course, yeah, but if we're all seeing a downtrend on pound Aussie dollar, then chances are it's going to come lower because enough people are trading it in that direction. All right, so we want clear direction. This is bloody awful. Yeah, we do not want that. And that's the problem with gold, Brett. Yeah, just to go back to gold, it's is it a downtrend? Is it an uptrend? Yeah, because we've got lower highs. Yeah, but we've got higher lows. What is it? Answers on a postcard to Tom at Simply Forex. Yeah, we just don't know, guys. All right. So, let's let the Fed tell us today. Right. What else are we looking at? Work smart, not hard. I like this. This should be life mantra. We should get TV. We should get T-shirts made up with this on. Were there times that your trades were going terribly wrong and you also weren't in the best mental state to start with? What did you do to come out of it? Okay, work smart. This is a very good psychological question. So, first of all, yes, throughout the year, there will be times where your trades do not go to plan. Maybe it equates to a losing month. Okay, you can have them. Yeah, it's okay. As long as you have more winning months, a losing month is manageable. As long as it's not a huge losing month, right? But that's something different, okay? But yes, I have had, January, yeah, has been difficult. Yeah, it's been a difficult trading environment because price is just whipsawing. All right, so yes, every trader will, you see these things that I have a 98% win rate. No, you don't. Yeah, you don't. And if you do, please let me know. So yes, you are going to have trades that go, and terribly wrong is the wrong word, because they don't go terribly wrong unless you terribly trade. So every trade I enter, yeah, I enter with a view to it being successful. I plan my trade, I see market reactions, and I trade. So it could never go terribly wrong because I've followed my plan, I've taken the trade according to what I'm reading in terms of price action, and I've followed my risk management. So it can never go terribly wrong if you do those things, right? But when you have a run of bad results, what do you do? So the answer really is keep doing the same, because as traders, I know over the space of 6 months or even a year, I will be profitable. Okay. Over the space of a month or 2 months, I might not be. So it's that longevity that makes me just carry on doing the same thing. Okay, but a lot of you might not have that longevity to benchmark against. But you have to be consistent. Yeah, if I have a bad month, I don't change anything. I don't start reducing size or changing my strategy. You know, I might take profits a bit quicker, but other than that, you know, I'm not changing anything. Yeah, and that is your edge. Yeah, because you know, if you follow your money management, you follow your strategy, and you keep your psychology under control, then your edge over a period of time will play out. You know, whereas if I have a bad month and I'm like, oh no, this is crap, you know, this is terrible, I'm going to change this, I'm going to start introducing this indicator, or I'm going to, you know, then that is when things go really wrong. That's when you're going to start chasing your tail and spiral. Yeah, because you know, you haven't give your system enough time to prove itself to you. All right, so trust in, I guess it, you know, I was going to say trust in yourself reading the charts, but obviously that's what you need to focus on, and your confidence will come from that. Yeah, if you're confident you can read a chart, you know, in the things I always say in terms of, you know, trend, market structure, support resistance levels, candlesticks, and this concept of value and this top-down approach, if you can confidently read the market using those things, then that will give you the confidence to keep doing the same things. Yeah, because it will eventually, you'll see results, you'll see consistency. So yes, everyone's going to have a bad period. The worst thing you can do is start changing everything. Give your strategy and what you're doing time to prove itself to you. Yeah, if after 3-4 months it's not going anywhere, then okay, you know, think about tweaking it or changing the system, but give it time. Okay, did you ask about entry on VIP, Tom? No. Well, yes, guys, we are running a 50% off VIP promotion right now, guys. All right. So if you're interested in that, today is the last day, 50% off our VIP channel. Also, guys, worth mentioning, above my head, yeah, you can see my flash funding. We have partnered with this prop firm to get you a very good discount. And right now, you can get 23% off any prop firm challenge, yeah, using code SIMPLY. And if you can, you know, please use our link, please use our code, guys, because it helps us form these partnerships and we can give you these promotions, guys. All right, so 23% off now. Use code SIMPLY with my flash funding. Okay. Yeah, so Brett, t-shirt. We have a saying in the VIP Discord, yeah? The t-shirt should be, if it moves, we can trade it. Yeah, pretty much. So Scalps is looking at a euro-pound scalp. I wouldn't be touching any euro pair right now. We've got 36 minutes to be exact before the big news comes out. So I will not be trading any euro pair. Yeah, I wanted to trade euro yen, but I can't. Let's have a look at this pound New Zealand dollar trade. Okay, well, we're keeping an eye on this one, guys, because this is what I'm in. Brett, we will look at natural gas. Let's just take a look at some other questions. Imaginary, I've entered in a crazy pair and now it's acting like I'm the crazy one. Trading is going to kill somebody. Guys, what is, you know, trading is one of the most difficult psychological pursuits you're ever going to do, right? So let's carry on psychology, right? We had Piers on yesterday talking about psychology on our podcast, and I really enjoyed it. And, you know, he brought some things to light to me. And if you haven't seen it, check out the podcast from yesterday, guys, right? But But the problem with trading, well, not the problem, but the consequence of trading is, you know, every decision, yeah, basically means you make money or lose money. Yeah. So that is quite a difficult thing to accept, first and foremost. All right. So I'm going back to years ago, things that I needed to sort of assess myself. So you need to understand that every decision you make is going to make money or lose money. But then you need to forget that, right? Because it doesn't matter about the money. It's all percentages, this game, right? If you can make 1% a week, you are doing marvelous. Yeah, that's 4% a month. If you know, and you're probably thinking, oh, 1%, that's not a lot of money for my account. It might not be, but really, if you make 1% a month, a week, 4% a month, you are a very, very good trader. And just think of it in percentages. Don't this link with money that has been drummed into you from day one. You know, like your parents were like, you've got to save your pocket money so that you can buy something. Or even at work, I'm more productive at work, I get a pay increase. You know, it's all, everything you do is driven by money, whereas trading cannot be. You have to break that bond you have with money. Okay, now that's not to say you do not follow risk management like a strict Jedi master. You must, but you've got to not associate it with money. It's just, you know, you think of it, I say to some of my mentorship guys, you're trading peanuts. I'm going to put 1 peanut on this trade. I'm risking 1 peanut, or I'm risking, you know, 1.5 peanuts, right? It's not money. Okay, so that's, you need to break that first and foremost. And what other things do we have? You know, and this, you know, also things you need to break is this, guy. So all your life, yeah, if you work harder, yeah, you generally make more money, or you know, get promotions at work or whatever it might be. Again, you need to break that thing that's been taught to you all your life is effing tricky to break, but you have to break it, because you're not here. You know, people think, new traders think, they sit down and they think, right, I've got a trade, I've got to make some money. Right, I see a trade here, I'm buying this. Right, okay, next one, I've got a trade, I've got, you know, and before you know it, you're in 4 or 5 trades and you're lost. Okay, so less is more with trading. You know, someone said work smart, not hard. This is very true of trading. You need to be smart with your decisions, yeah, your trade decisions. Okay, and how do we get smart with our trade decisions? We get as much information and data as we can, right? If you're going to make a business decision, you're not just going to, oh, there's one piece of data, right, I'm going to buy this company. No, you are going to do your homework. Yeah, you are going to get all the data, all the stats you can to make a decision. And trading's no different. Yeah, if you're impulsively jumping into trades, it's going to end badly. You want to take your time. You want to crunch all the data. You want to plan your trade before it even happens, and then trade. Yeah, like I always say, guys, I want dull and boring like my ex-girlfriend. I'm only joking. But I do. I want dull and boring every day. Yeah, dull and boring. Today, if I don't get a trade, no problem. Tomorrow, if I get 1 trade, okay, I take 1 trade. Next day, don't get a trade, no problem. Next day, I get 2 trades. Okay, fine. But, you know, I don't dictate that. You know, I don't dictate the frequency of my trades. The market dictates the frequency of my trades, and if it gives me a setup. So yeah, there's lots of things you need to break in your brain with trading. Yeah, less is more. Break this association with money, especially when you start trading big money. Okay, and this is a thing as well, guys. So if you think of it as money, you're going to have a problem. And on both ends of the spectrum, okay, I'm going off on one. Let me have a drink, and I'm going to continue going off on one. Yeah, bear with me. So on both ends of the spectrum, right? If you get to a good, consistent level of trader, and you will end up putting big amounts of money on a trade. Okay, so if you see a trade $1,000 offside, then this brings its own psychological problems with it. Yeah, so if you just see that $1,000 as 1%, then that psychological problem's gone away. So that association with money you need to break. You're just like, right, I'm okay, that trade was minus 1%, no problem. Don't look at your P&L. Yeah, that will help you trade bigger amounts. Yeah, it's just a percentage of your account. It's not money, it's a percentage. Now the flip side is if you trade very little. I know a lot of traders, right, and they're just let's say they're doing £20 a trade, right? And they're like, okay, I made £20 today. Tomorrow I didn't have a trade. The following day I made another £20. The other day I lost £20. The thing with small amounts, again, is the fact that you become carefree. Yeah, there's not enough money on the trade for you to care about, and the trade isn't precious enough. So every trade that you have is precious. Yeah, and every trade is worth 1%. Doesn't matter what the account size is. Yeah, we deal in percentages. But every trade is precious. Do not be frivolous with them. And when you are frivolous is when you don't have enough money on the trade. Yeah, I mentor traders, and they'll be, I've entered 4 or 5 trades, and it's fine. And they're like, oh, I'm only at minus $40, and I'm like, okay, but it feels like you're entering those trades because you're not taking the money seriously. Yeah. So you've got to be careful of both ends of them spectrums. Every trade is precious. Put on enough to make it precious, but keep within, your account size and risk management. So there you go, guys. I was just rambling along there. But hopefully some of those things you can relate to and can help you in your trading. There you go, guys. Right, what else? What other questions have we got? Okay, so Bright Beanie, I made 100% in 3 days and lost almost everything of the profit. Yeah, so that shouldn't happen, right? First of all, if you're up 100%, first of all, you've got to question your risk size. Yeah, if in 3 days you've doubled your account size, unless you're having, so let's imagine this: you've got 3 days, right? And let's just keep the maths easy. You've got a £1,000 account size, right? I've got 3 days to basically make 1,000. Yeah. So straight away, my risk parameters are 1%. Okay, so 1% of 1,000 is £10. Okay, so if I'm on £10 a trade, yeah, even if it was 1:1 or 1:2, I make £20. How many trades do I need to get right in 3 days? A lot. And that's bearing in mind I have no losers. So straight away, if you trade like that, your risk is too high. Yeah. So risk is a double-edged sword. You don't need me to tell you that, guys. Yeah. So if you trade, yeah, you know, if you trade like 20% risk, first and foremost, you can only really have 4 trades max. 4 lots at 20% is 80%. I know it's not 100%, but you're going to get margin calls, right? So if you're risking 20% a trade, you know, you're going to get a margin call if price goes against you. You just cannot trade with that risk size. I do know somebody who trades 10% risk. I would say that is absolute max. Absolute max. I trade at 1%. Occasionally 2 or 3% when I'm hedging, right? But 10%, okay? I would not go higher than that. You know, the rule of thumb is 1%. Yeah. And, you know, it's not a quick get rich quick scheme as a result, you know, but you can be aggressive, right? I trade 1%, you know, but again, it depends on your account size. But you could trade 5%, and you're going to grow an account quicker when you have 5% risk. But you cannot make 100% in 3 days. I just know you're risking too much. And as a result, you have lost all that profit because you have kept the risk the same and trades have gone against you. So risk is a double-edged sword. It means the more you risk, the more you can make quicker. But I don't think of it like that. The more you risk, the more you can lose quicker. You must always think of the downside to any trade first. I always think of risk. The profits will take care of themselves. So there you go, guys. All right. Imaginary, very true words, Tom. All good when it's blue until it turns red. Then you know you've overtraded. Yeah, and you just don't want to be in a lot of trades. I don't want stress. I want a nice, dull, simple trading day. Yeah, and I make 1%. I'm happy, very happy. I've had one trade, made 1%. Or next day I had a trade, I lost 1%. Yeah, I don't want to be in loads of trades. Stressful, difficult to manage. So yeah, unless you're a scalper. Depends on your strategy. But if you're a scalper, of course. But even then, you're not going to be in a lot of trades at once. You'll scalp, you'll get out of the trade, you'll scalp again. All right, guys. So yeah, I had a bit of a rant this time. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the rant. I hope some of it was useful. I'm going to go and have a lay down after all that ranting. Guys, we've got to get going. So I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Don't forget, we got 50% off our VIP Discord right now. This is the last day. So take advantage of that, guys. Secondly, My Flash Funding, prop firm we partnered with above my head. They are offering you 23% off if you use code Simply on any of their challenges. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the button, smash the like button. Have a great trading day, and I'll see you later, guys.